Previously on Plan B Terraform, we were put in charge of the terraforming of planet Blaz after Tusk failed. We did such a good job, the world flooded. We started a long time ago with automated manufacturing, which led to expansion. A lot of expansion. So much that JD was forced to go around and label locations, along with replace the now commonly mined out or flooded location. We've mined iron, we mined sulfur, we mined aluminum and aluminium. We mined ice for water and nitrogen. We made mechanical and high-tech parts, tempered steel and composite. And VP of Waste Management JD found a new job. Plastic recycling was added in the way the Vice President JD does, with just a touch of overproduction. Speaking of overproduction, composite also went the same way as it was also needed for the new depot, Mark III, as well as a major requirement for New Miami. We linked the cities and tried our best to use existing builds for the new cartoon, but found shortages and bottlenecks all around. Today, builds will be taken to new heights and new superstructures will be added in an effort to read that milestone.
G'day mate, welcome to Planet Blaz with me, Jetty, and as we're coming to the end of our terraforming efforts, we have one goal that we need to complete, which is get the population up to 10 million, 10 million, 10 million, 10 million, 1 million, 10 million, 1 million, 1 million, okay. There's a lot of zeros in there. We need to get the population to 1 million. Now, we have a couple of problems. The main one being our terraforming efforts. There happens to be water everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Including, well, some slightly flooded patches. Also, we might want to mention very quickly that Miami is having a river form through the middle of it. So, today's episode, I want to do a bunch of things. First off, I want to start with some quick optimization. So, we got access to the Depot Mark III. I want to upgrade our Depot Mark III production by finding, where the hell is it that we're making them? Aha, here. I want to, well, make sure we're making them in excess of excess. Yeah, just a little bit of increased production. Yes. On top of that, Miami's actually having a couple of issues. We are not getting resources in fast enough, nor are we getting resources out fast enough. Oxygen is not a problem yet, but as we can see, it's going to become a problem. So what I want to do is, like I said, a bunch of optimizations, preferably before the river comes through the middle of, well, the town, and upgrade these all to Depot Mark IIIs, because that gives us extra range. At the same time, I want to put in a couple of extra supply centers hooked into our oxygen to make sure, well, we can output a little bit faster from our main oxygen supply into multiple depots. We also have a problem of I'm not dealing with waste fast enough. I'm also not dealing with, there was another item. We're not bringing in food fast enough. And I think, polymer, composite. We're not bringing in composite fast enough. So there's a couple of problems. Also, recycling started to back up. Now, last episode, we did link the cities together. So I did link New Cartoon into, well, all our settings for New Miami with some very long train tracks and an awful lot of trains, which is fine. But there's a couple of other things I want to take care of first. First off, being smog production. As we can see, a lot of our smog production is actually dead, which is fine because I don't really need any more flooding. We have a significant problem with flooding already, so I want to just clean things up where I can. Yep, that's all dead. That's super dead. That's dead. Our concrete production here is failing, which sucks because it's actually attached to New Cartoon, so I sort of need it to keep running. Can I put you as a sulfur, please? Thank you. We'll drag that into there. Also put in a new line here to there, and you are super dead to me. Yeah. So first thing I want to do is a bunch of optimizations, which means we're going to remove some of the old and replace it. Also, I want to upgrade a lot of depots, an awful lot of depots. Depot, they've already been upgraded. Can I upgrade those ones? Sulfur, please. Sulfur. Cool. And we'll just delete some of the excess around the back and make sure that that's all linked together. Cool. All right. step number 1. Step number 2 is where else do I have smog production? I have smog production over here, which is super dead. So we're just going to remove everything here as well, along with the signpost, and just have less things running on the map, hopefully. Cool. All right, so that's that one done. Where else? No, you're doing aluminium. We have this smog production, also dead. So you can also go away. Yep. That we could never reach. Well, we could probably reach, but not really. So you can also go away. I have no idea if this is going to give me more performance back. You can be deleted, yes. And I really wish there was a quick way to delete train tracks. Just, you know, hexagonal. I'll take even a hexagonal delete box, or a shift click from here to here and just delete everything in the middle. That'd work for me. Beggars can't be choosers. Something. Okay. Also, there's a smog production here, which is not quite dead, but close to. So again, we're just going to remove everything on the backside, all the ones that we don't really need. Yep, that simplifies production a little bit. And can I get you upgraded? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep, so you can go away, and you can go away. And technically means that whole end can go away. Cool. So you're struggling to finish off. Yeah, occasionally you do have a struggle to finish off. All right, on top of that, there is one on the ice cap. Right? Yes. This one, which is also very dead. Can I remove you? And there's a train running on that line. There should not be a train running on that line. Your origin is there. Your destination is there. Okay, so I want to delete that one. Set the origin. I should have counted how many trains there were. Up to that one, which is doing... I'm assuming it was nitrogen. I didn't look. 20 trains. Sure, 20 trains. 450. 30 trains. Okay, back to the origin. And that means nobody's using that train track anymore. Correct. That can all go away. Because if any trains are using the train track, they just stop dead. Which is problematic. Okay, we can delete all that, delete that. Delete these lovely dams that were, well, stopping the water. See, funnily enough, that now flows down to where our little build was. And then if I remove this... okay, it flows down as well. Alright. This is also flooding, I should add. Yep, the ice mining is slowly getting flooded. And the ice mining is out of water but has not lots of nitrogen. Okay. And if we go and scroll down our giant train track and look at... yeah, food production. Food production is getting there. It's a little bit short on water, which we can sort of now solve by putting in pumping stations. Funnily enough, they won't work on these tiles, but on the tiles that are about to be flooded, they'll work fine. So we're just going to throw in half a dozen of these guys, I guess. Yep. Sure. And then none of you have been upgraded to Depot Mark 3s, so we're going to upgrade the whole pile to Depot Mark 3s. And then I'm going to put one there, water, and we'll just drag that around. And then we'll direct import water, which should help. At the same time, can upgrade the compost. Also, the waste recycling. We'll leave the rest of that. This is meant to be a composite production, which is short on composite steel, which is coming from here, which is short on iron, which is what we're looking at the end of last episode, where I set up this patch partially, and then I didn't really finish it because I had a better idea. Now, my better idea is a bit of a crazy idea, but bear with me. We're going to probably spend, I bet, at least one, maybe 2 episodes because what I want to do is I want to rebuild a lot of the things we've already built. Okay, the game does a pretty good job up until this point. At this point, it really struggles with scale. Okay, for a number of reasons. Can I remove you guys? Cool. Can I remove? I want to remove that whole row. Yep. And I want to trim that. Doesn't need to be there. That doesn't need to be there. That doesn't need to be there. Can I get depots, please? And we'll upgrade every one of... Sorry, iron. Every one of them. Those ones. So let's delete that. Let's delete that. Let's delete that. Doesn't need to be there. Let's delete those guys, those guys, those guys, those guys. Can I put in some bigger and better depots there? Can I also put in depots iron through there? Okay, which means we probably cut that back by 1 tile. I can definitely cut that back. You're going to mine out eventually. All right, what I want to do is, first off, I want to make sure we're making tempered steel faster, okay? Now, my issue is 2 issues. I don't have enough steel, and I don't have enough iron ore. So, iron ore is going to be the first thing we're going to fix. We're going to do that with a train line to here, to here, to here, to here, and to... That'll do me. All right, and then we're going to do train stops. Can I get stop there, stop there, stop there, stop there, stop there, stop there, stop there. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Origin. That one. Iron ore. 10 trains. Destination. Second one. Iron ore. 10 trains. Origin. There. 10 trains. Destination. That one. Iron. 10 trains. Origin. That one. Iron. 10 trains. 10 trains. Yes. And destination. There. Iron. 10 trains. Okay. Now, I'm not making enough iron. So these guys are annual production of 30 steel bars. These guys need maths. So you output 3 with a production of 90, which means your actual production is 30. But then 30 times 4, which is what you require, is 120. So I need 4 of these guys for every one of these guys, which I definitely don't have. Now we have the bigger and better depots. Ideally, I want to rebuild it. It's not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen. There is no way I can slide things around by enough tiles to get enough space to actually do that. So we're going to go with we're going to make it wider and hope for the best. It's a small boost I can do for now. I could make steel bars here and ship them up. That wouldn't be actually such a bad idea. Can you reach the trains? No, you can't reach the trains. Can you... I'm talking myself into this. I can feel it. Can you go to there with a loop-de-loop on the end? Yeah. Can you go to here with a loop-de-loop on the end? Okay. Can you put a station there and a station... That can't exist. That can exist. There. And we have... you. Okay. It's more of a... This is the catch. It's sort of like a mining issue. I'm not actually mining enough material fast enough to get the production I need. You can do steel on that side of the train tracks. You can do there. You can do a train station. Okay, so we're going to have destination there, 4 steel bars. You can have 3 trains. That's overkill. You can have... Oh, no, you're doing iron. Then actually put in a train station. There you go. And destination there, steel bars, A few. Okay. On top of that, this one is also doing depots, but we can see we're only feeding 1 or 2 of the depot machines. So let's put in 1 there and 1 there to make polymer faster. And let's put in 1 there and there to make polymer composite faster. Okay, so that should crank out depots faster. I want depots faster, a lot faster, because we're going to be mass producing and mass using them this episode. I want to do a lot of things. That won't reach. I want to do a lot of things with depots in today's episode. As for this itself, can I very quickly? All right, can I upgrade that line? That one, yeah. Can I put in the? Yep. iron, that's all been upgraded to faster iron, that's all been upgraded. I want to put 1 in there so you reach in further, 1 in there so you reach in further, there and there so you reach in further, there. See, these ones that are like 3 tiles away, he can only be reached by the new one I just put in. That can now reach a whole pile of them, that can reach a whole pile of them. That can reach some new ones, that can reach some new ones, that can reach some new ones. There's a whole lot of load balancing going on, but eventually they'll balance the shit out and they'll be happy, and then they'll start actually exporting, hopefully. We'll do that row as well. Sure. Alright. It looks like there's more production. Hopefully. Okay. What are you? You are aluminium to be brought down to here to make things, and that's all broken. That's fine. All right. That looks like another smog factory. That is another smog factory. Okay. You are... oh, well, technically you're not dead, actually. Can I... fluoride. Okay. Let's just delete all of this for the one miner who could. 3 tiles. Yes. 3 tiles. Yes. And... then, well, you can reach either station. All right, so 1 more smog factory to go. Okay, and up, we got a smog factory down here, which is same story. There's 1 guy in the middle that nobody can reach. Delete. More deleting. Okay, and 1, 2, 3. Fluoride. Great, done. Okay, and there's this one, which, well, your sulfur's dead. Can I delete that? And if I just drag that to, well, here, can I put in just a very quick row of sulfur? Because you have a limited lifespan before you're also flooded. Flooding is our biggest issue, which is why, can I get a row connection there, and there, and there. And there and there. Sure. Destination. That one. Sulfur. 30 trucks. Yep. Origin. That one. Sulfur. 30 trucks. 40 trucks. Destination. That one. Sulfur. 40 trucks. Can I put in 1 there as well? And actually, like, we have a lot of fluoride stacked up. Sure. And cool. And can I put another one here with a small row connection? And destination, that one, sulfur, 30, 40 trucks, whatever it happens to be. And that'll mine out. It'll mine out. The only thing I might do is I might upgrade 1 of you to the new depot and put 1 here to make sure I can reach into the middle to make sure that these ones can be cleared out. But it's processing again, and it's going to create more lovely dioxides. Yes, well, fluorides, sulfur fluorides, nitrogen fluorides. We can see the average temperatures come all the way up, but most of our plants have stopped working because they've been flooded or, well, they've run out. Okay, so the next thing I want to do today is I want to go into some sort of mega production, okay? Well, what we built previously for Miami was good for Miami, okay? It covered Miami, okay? Their oxygen production's fine, their high-tech parts is fine, their food is fine after you add water to it. Their metal recycling is mostly fine. Our issue is, well, where is metal recycling? We are now producing 900 metal waste. That's a lot. And our overproduction is not overproduction enough, okay? Our composite plant, our composite plant is not enough, okay? We're dealing with the plastic recycling, not an issue. Right? No, where's plastic recycling? I don't know where plastic recycling is the next one up. Plastic recycling is the next one up. Actually, turns out we're not dealing with plastic recycling because we're not making composite fast enough because I can't get enough tempered steel. So what I want to do is I want to make some new production lines. A lot of new production lines. No, we already dealt with that one. I want to make some new production lines. I want to scale things up. But I also want to look at this overlay because, like I said, well, our food is going to get flooded sooner or later. Now, we do need water here, so that's sort of a good thing. It's also really not a good thing. Yeah. Also, hang on. Mines? No, that's where we make drills. Where do we make factories? Assemblies? Trains? Oh god, that's dead. Oh, I might have found the issue. You guys are just not working at all. Yep, we mined out this patch. Oh, we can also put one there. Can I put you back? Set you to iron. There. Those ones. I haven't checked on this in ages. Iron. No, there. All of those. Put one in there, one there. Yeah, basically everything within 2 tiles of the edge, where I last updated it, has been mined out. There. That whole row. And we're back to the start. Okay, so you guys are doing greenhouses? No, I'm looking for factories. Factories. Assemblies, mines. What do I need for a factory? Mechanical parts. Which is these guys, right? Yes, which output to there. Okay, I have no idea where I'm making factories, but we're now going to make factories right here. Sure. We're shipping them to here, where I also make trains and recycling centers, greenhouse gas generators, and all sorts of other stuff. And Depot Mark II. Well, I guess I can leave you there. Okay, anywhere else we see mechanical parts? Not really. Oh, there's mechanical parts. Can I do factories? There, and there, and there, and I'll put another one of those. And that's technically a Depot Mark 1. Wow. Yeah. Depot Mark 1. Okay. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to build new production lines away from the water. I don't want to get flooded again. Now, as we scroll around the map with the water overlay on, we can see there's wonderful areas like this. Then if we swap it over this, we can see, oh, that's not going to be a very good spot to build due to the giant mountains that are in the way and other rocks and other crap. But I found over here, near New Katoon, is a whole blank empty section of the map down here. Okay, there's some aluminium down here that we may be able to mine before it floods, but probably not. So what I want to do is I want to aim for a new production line down here, all above this line, okay? And we're going to intentionally link it into, if I zoom out, that part of the rail network. So from there to there, okay? This is what I want to build on. I want to build down here, and I want to overscale things because we need to get a population of 1 million. We're at 500,000 so far, and well, things are struggling. So I want to scale up a lot. At the same time, let's just bring you out to there. So we sort of have grid work. I'm going to build somewhere in this area. Now, first thing I want to do is we're going to need nitrogen. So we're going to come down here. I'm going to go and pick you guys. Actually, no, we're going to grab the train track. I'm going to go train track. Let's bring the train track through a cursed line right about here somewhere. Yeah, over the cursed line. Great. Straight in like so. That works for me. And then we'll do a little loop-de-loop at the end. And at the same time, we'll do a loop-de-loop. Let's go with here. Yep, 100% cursed. Great, perfect. All right. So I want to put in ice mining, a lot of ice mining. So we're going to grab ice miners. I'm going to go out so far, and then I'm just going to type right of this. So just give me a second to type right of this up, and then we'll put in the depots afterwards. We're only going to collect the nitrogen. I'm not going to bother collecting the water. We can get water from a water pump. It's much quicker. It's much easier. This is going to be all about the nitrogen. Okay, so step one, nitrogen production. Just a little bit of nitrogen production. Just a little bit. I ran out of water pumps entirely, ice extractors. Also, we're going to need train stops. And I'm going to keep this simple, really simple, by just having a few train stops. 1 or 2. Yeah, I figure that should probably do it for us. One thing we might do is, considering how big the build is, we might just remove you, and put in train tracks like so. And have remove you, put one of them in the middle. Yeah, we might have a roundabout halfway through, just because I think it's probably going to be helpful in the long run. I don't care about that, but we'll clean it up whilst we're looking at it. Okay, so step number 1, nitrogen, lots of nitrogen. Step number 2 is I want to deal with recycling, a lot of recycling from potentially some very large cities. So we need to get rid of metal waste plus organic waste. We also need to still bring in concrete here, which is coming from here, which is almost dead. Yep, very much almost dead. Hopefully it keeps up for just a little while. Oh, well, actually, there's plenty of concrete. Let's be shipped in there. Yeah, there's plenty of concrete. Can you guys just hit the next growth cap so then you're off concrete? Actually, I think that's 100,000. That might take a minute. All right. I need to deal with waste products. I need to deal with metal waste plus organic waste. So we're going to start with metal waste. I want to have a depot down here where we deal with metal waste. So we're going to put in train track. No, we can leave that like that, I think. No, I want to have a small gap. Okay. Metal waste. Okay, just 1 or 2 of them. Yeah, like so. Now, metal waste needs to go into a recycling center, like so, dealing with that one. And that's going to output 2 different things, one of them being steel, the other one being iron. So we're going to put in a whole bunch of, recycling centers. Yep. And then we're going to put in depots, and I'll do these separately off screen. So we're going to have steel bars, and then one beside it, which will be doing aluminium bars, and then steel, and then aluminium, and then steel, and then aluminium, and so on and so forth. We're going to bring that up to there and bring in our train track, which will come to here and here. All right, so that's going to be how this one's going to look. And I want to put a train track in there and a train track in there. Yeah, okay. Now, I have now steel and aluminium I need to deal with. Now, previously, we took our... Nope, that one. We took our steel and we converted our steel and mechanical parts. Oh. Okay, and then we took some steel and we added it to the atmospheric extractors. Actually, we might just... okay, I'm not making mechanical parts fast enough. They've all been upgraded, actually. So I'm not making mechanical parts fast enough. That's my issue. So we were trying to convert all the steel. It was working. It was working great, except now we're outputting 900, which is a ridiculous amount, and therefore we can't process it fast enough. But we were converting our steel into mechanical parts, converting that into atmospheric extractors, because I can just build into those for forever. I have 3,000 of them and counting. It's fine. Yes, we're just a small amount. Can I set some of you guys to factories? Because we're about to use a lot of factories. Means I now have extra aluminium. The aluminium was coming up here and getting converted with polymer into Depot Mark IIs, which, again, I found a use for them. We've got 3,500 of them, but it's somewhere we can just dump products forever, and that was perfectly fine. But what I now need to do is I now need to actually set up recycling to actually recycle and use some of the resources we're getting. So what I want to do is I want to move our steel into tempered steel, to then move our tempered steel with polymer bars into composite, because composite goes back into the town. At the same time, my aluminium needs to get combined with polymer bars into high-tech parts, and high-tech parts go in the town, and all my polymer can come from either, well, CO2 or from, what are them? Doing plastic recycling. So the idea is hopefully we make some sort of self-contained closed ecosystem where the waste is actually going back into the town like it should, but there's a catch. There's a giant catch. The giant catch being none of the products output enough waste to generate enough new materials to then go back into the town. So I need to add extra steel into the tempered steel. I need to add extra polymer bars into the composite. I need to add extra polymer bars into the high-tech parts. I can get a certain amount from recycling, but I'm going to have to add material every single step of the way. On top of that, we need to have, well, we're going to get some of the aluminium from our metal recycling, but I need to add more aluminium. So I need to also work out a priority system, which is where things are going to get a little bit messy. For the moment, but I want to have you come out that many tiles, go to there, put a roundabout there, put in a roundabout there. So we're going to have a cool little figure. Yep. Sure. It's about a third. Okay, next one I want to deal with, because we need to deal with all the waste at the same time, is we're going to deal with plastic waste next. Can I remove those guys actually? And I want to bring that down to there, so I can put that into there, so then we can go into here. Recycling centers, I don't think I'm going to have, nope, no, wrong ones. Those ones. Okay. Those ones. Polymer bars. Okay, so can I just drag out some polymer bars really quickly? Because this is really simple. It's a one input, one output. Okay. And back in depots, we put in a depot there. It's going to be doing polymer bars, and we're just going to have a giant, pickup station, pretty much, just doing polymer bars. Okay. All right, you still need to be configured, and the next one we need to deal with, which needs, hang on, I want to go there, 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 I want to not go there, and not go, no, I do want to go, oh, that didn't line up. How did I break this? I had this awesome shape. I think I'm off by a tile. I am. You go there, and there it turns out. And put that over the top. No, that definitely goes through to there. Okay, you go through to there. You go through to there. You go through to there. There's one of my little roundabouts. Through to there, and... Huh? Give me a second. Yeah, my brain's not thinking hex today. Not at all. All right, then we need to have our third lot of recycling. So our third lot of recycling is going to be organic waste. And again, I need a selection of these. How far are we going? About there somewhere. And bring... Ooh, oh, there's a coastline right there. Let's trim you back slightly. Okay, can I go from you out to you? And then we can trim back appropriately. That doesn't look right. That still doesn't look right. That looks better. Run that through to there. Run. Whoop. Just cool. All right. Organic waste. Now, organic waste going into a recycling center makes compost. It also needs nitrogen. So I need to have every second one of the input depots to be nitrogen. And if I put those to there with a outgoing depot, which is gonna be compost. There. Oh God. So, the micro jitters, I don't have an answer. I think I mentioned this previously, but the dev did say that there's a chance that my PC is too good, which is weird. It's the first time I've ever heard that. And that's causing the micro jitters. At the same time, the dev happens to be, last I looked at Discord, away on holidays, which I sort of understand. When you're rushing and crunching to get a release out, so on and so forth, I can understand wanting to have a holiday. The catch is, the micro jitters frustrate the hell out of me. Okay, so, they're all wrong. They're all wrong. Because I had a jitter halfway through placing them, they all have the wrong recipes. Okay, let's try this again. So, compost. Okay. Still compost, great. Put down another one, set for compost. And then as far as I know, all the ones in my hand are set for compost. I don't know until I put them down and then double check. Yes, okay, so they're all set for compost. So I need to bring in nitrogen. I need to bring in nitrogen here. On top of that, we're going to bring in organic waste. I need to get aluminium. There is some aluminium here. There's also some aluminium here, which is probably going to be better for us because we need to make a lot of things. Now, first thing we need to do is we need to bring in nitrogen. And again, super lazy, just going to do that. That is the easiest way for me to bring in nitrogen. We're going to go to this little build. We're going to set a origin for that train stop for nitrogen and 1,000. 1,000 seems like a great amount of nitrogen to bring in. And to make sure we get some sort of an even input, I'm going to go nitrogen again. I'll go from this end of the station, nitrogen, and 50 trains, it turns out. Okay, so we have nitrogen coming in. All right, on top of that, we can bring in organic waste and start processing compost, but I need to actually deal with the compost at the same time. So we're not going to do that just yet. Plastic waste I can bring in, which would give us polymer, but I need to deal with the polymer. Also, I need to deal with this. I need to deal with our iron and our aluminium, which is probably the first thing I need to deal with. So give me a sec to mark these up correctly, and then we'll look at our next step. Okay, so the next thing we need to deal with is tempered steel. Now, tempered steel is going to require steel bars and nitrogen. We're going to bring in nitrogen from the top because we only need to bring in one nitrogen. It has an average annual production of 90, which, because they craft 3 at a time, means I need to bring in, 30 total crafts, which means, therefore, I need 30 nitrogen. Which 30 nitrogen going 2 tiles shouldn't be too hard, also means they can reach the output. They also need steel. We have 30 crafts at 4 steel bars each, which means I need 120 steel bars per machine, which means these 2 machines right here are going to use 240, which is a lot of steel. So we're going to have a close input, okay, with a train station right here to bring in steel. That's going to come from our recycling. On top of that, we need a backup source. Now, the way the depots work is they start, with the closest hexes first, and then the second closest, and then the third closest. So they're going to grab from this station first. On top of that, we're going to have a backup station. This is going to be virgin steel, which we've already converted into steel bars. We're going to do that prior to bringing it in. And then we're going to move that, to this one. Now, this is 3 tiles away, so eventually these will shove that steel up to there, which will then move it up to there, which will then move it into those guys. So that should be the plan, and that should let us prioritize the recycled stuff over the new stuff. Which means, I just need to rebuild that. Yep, on a grand scale. Which I have taken the cooking show approach and already done. So in theory, if I plug that in there and that in there, and let's just drag that up to there and plug that into there, we should be able to bring out our tempered steel, bring in our nitrogen right here, bring in or make our tempered steel. Oh, see, they changed. Okay, can I get a factory, please? Factory right there, tempered steel. Do that row plus that row and then that row, yep, and build over the train tracks, because drawing in a straight line is very difficult. and do that row as well. Okay, so that should be the plan. So all we need to do is get a train stop. One of these train stops, any of these train stops. Yep. Okay. Fix this there and there and there. Okay, we'll just start them. Actually, no, I need train stops. So I need train stops here. I need train stops here. I need train stops here. Okay, so let's start with nitrogen, because nitrogen should be easy. Let's just go to U and then go down to our nitrogen stop. And can I say, hey, origin, well, one of these. Yep, you'll do. Nitrogen. Can I bring in like 1,000? Oh, 41 trains it is. And go back to the destination. And then we'll do one around this end somewhere. Origin. Down here. Nitrogen. Again, about 40 trains. Sure. And that should do that. Okay. Then we need to bring in our steel, which we're just going to do from there. It's going to be a nice simple loop. 10 trains and destination there, steel bars, about 10 trains. Okay, so that should get the steel moving out. Now, I haven't done anything about the aluminium yet. We need to have a separate production line for aluminium. But now we sort of know how this works. It should be something similar for our next step. So if I bring you up to there, and I know I need to have, so I need to have a, from the train track, I need to have a 2-tile gap, then the next train track. So 2-tile gap, next train track. Bring that up to there. Okay. So then you are going to be not that one. You're going to be virgin aluminium. So this will bring in new aluminium. Yep, like so. And then from there you need 2 tiles, so blank, blank, plus then another one for aluminium. Yeah. Plus a train line. Then aluminium again. And then we need a factory, which is going to be making high-tech parts, which needs aluminium, plus it needs polymer bars. So then we need all these factories put in, like so. Yeah, and then nope, we're gonna have to change this one up. I'm gonna need an output of, actually, do we need to change it? So I need an output of high-tech parts. I also need an input of plastic. Okay, now realistically I could bring in plastic here and do the same. So I could have, can I change your recipe to polymer bars? And your recipe would be polymer bars, and then do every second one polymer bars and bring them both in like this. The other option is we could bring in polymer bars from above, from our plastic recycling, and do a 2-tile gap, and then have this one up here as being virgin polymer bars. So we can bring in the polymer from above. No, let's not complicate things. Okay, so let's do your output there. Okay. If I put in a row of those really quickly, you can reach 3 tiles that way, 3 tiles that way. You can reach, okay, so we just have 3 rows of these guys for a change, which means I could probably do the same with the tempered steel, but let's not. Okay. Put these guys in here and in here and here and here. Put you in there, put in a train line there. Your output, which we're going to put on both sides of the track because we can, and delete all of that because it's not relevant right now. And fill in all these, yeah, like so. Okay, so I need to do, every second one has to be plastic. So you plastic, 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 plastic. Okay, I think they're all done. I guarantee I've missed at least 1 or 2, but they're 1 or 2. Yeah, but that should be fine. All right, so then we're going to put in a bunch of stations, as we've done previously, and a bunch of stations. Okay, they're not going to work. bring that back to there, that back to there, that back to there, and a bunch of stations. Okay, then a bunch of stations for the output as well. Okay, so if I bring in plastic recycling into this station, we now in theory have somewhere to output it, in theory. Entirely unproven up until this point, and probably past this point as well. Okay, on top of that, I still need to take my tempered steel and also add it to plastic to make composite. So we also need to do yet another build. Can I put in a parallel train tracks like so, and then do in all my loop-de-loops? You know what, just build that through there. And then delete, delete, delete. That was the wrong delete. Cool. And there, and there. Cool. I love little circles. All right. Okay. So we only have... I have any actual inputs going yet. We're just bringing in nice, simple stuff. Okay. Can I have you destination to your primary? So I need to get rid of polymer bars right there. And also... What? What's it? No. You. Destination. Here. For polymer bars. 10 trains as well. Okay. So, we now have polymer bars leaving to go up here. Okay. We also need to, basically build the exact same build. So let's go out this way. And out this way. And this time we're going to be doing, change you over to composite and drag that out. Yep, that's going to be our composite production. Which I need to change over to do composite. Okay, reset instantly. Okay, try again. Factory there. Composite. Okay. Yes. Okay. Then I need to put in a input row for this is going to have to be both tempered steel. So you need one tempered steel and one polymer bar. So I need to have one tempered steel and one polymer bar in alternating patterns, as we've done previously. So I'm going to make them all tempered steel for right now. Zoom out far too far. So this becomes the backup. Yes, this becomes the backup for polymer, which is going to be the only resource I need to bring in as a backup. Well, as a from a fresh source, okay? Because the tempered steel technically is going to be a fresh source. It comes partially from recycled materials and partially from non-recycled. Okay, so now I just need to, well, do this again. All right, so with all those marked in, we need to bring in tempered steel, which we make right about here. So we're going to set destination there, tempered steel. 10 trains, yep, 800. Surprised I guess it's a decent distance. And tempered steel on this side. Again, yep, about 10 trains. Also, recycled plastic is going to go into one of these. You'll do. Polymer bars, again, about 10 trains. And you'll do recycled plastic into that one. Polymer bars, again, about 10 trains. Okay, so I still need to make a virgin polymer bars, which we can do. That's not a problem. In fact, I could probably... Could I automate that right here? What's to stop me making it right here and using this as both an input and an output? Well, technically it won't have to output because it'll go direct. I need a factory. Factory. I need a factory, which is going to be doing polymer bars. And now you reach 3. I should be able to set you to be carbon. And you need 90 carbon. Okay, so I need 90 carbon. And each... Where are we? I have thousands of them. Those ones. Each one of you produce 12. So that's 12, that's 24. That would be 48. That would be not a lot. Sure. But I can always do as we've done previously. And I think that's going to be my answer. We're just going to mass produce. I'm going to spend some of the 3,000 of these guys I have hanging around. And we're going to mass make polymer bars right here. I shouldn't need to import it on via train. I should be able to just get away with, well, just producing them on site, I think. I'm a little bit worried about overproducing, and therefore they don't use the recycled plastic, but the recycled plastic's going to a couple of different spots, so maybe it'll work out. I don't know. There's no good priority system inside Plan B Terraform. That's sort of one of the improvements I can see happening as early access continues. Having a better way to do a priority, use the recycled stuff first. Whether it's a slightly different recipe that has a higher priority, or I don't actually have a good answer. But we should be able to put in all these guys. Yeah, just try and drag in a straight line. That's the hardest part. Put in all the polymer bar guys, which none of them have the right recipe. Gosh. Delete. Okay, can I get a factory, please? Polymer bars. And then polymer bars. And then polymer bars. In case you're curious, we're going to do polymer bars. God, the game does feel like it's going slower. I may have overdone things a little bit. All right, so from 3 tiles out, we're going to do that row. And then you do 3 tiles, you do 3 tiles, then that row. And then 3 tiles through, 3 tiles, polymer bars, carbon rather, and start at this end. 3 tiles out to there. 3, out to there. 3 out to there. 3, cool. We'll split the one in the middle. All right, so that should make polymer. That should, once I hook up polymer to, well, the first one, the second one, the third one, all of them, that should make that. That leaves food, which also we're going to leave till next episode. I want to turn all this on in one hit. I want to redirect all the trains. I want to bring them all over here. I really want to do this all as one giant hit. Food is actually pretty easy, hopefully. It should be a... No, they're going to greenhouse. Greenhouse, I have 1,000 of them. Good, because we're going to need them. Greenhouse for compost and water. So it should just be a lot of water. Okay, we need to bring in a lot of water. In fact, it's going to look something like water. Probably compost at the other end. No, I want to do water there, which means you guys are going to do compost, which we need to bring in from compost. Also, I need you output food. We're also going to need to work out how exactly we're going to bring in compost from a secondary source, being clean compost. Also need to make clean compost. What else do we have to make? That's it. Steel goes into there. Aluminium goes there. So we need to hook up a clean aluminium source. We need to hook up a clean steel source. We need to hook in a clean polymer source, which we've done, which I need to ship across to this. Yeah, there's a couple of minor things that we need to do next episode. Mainly tap, well, this aluminium plus probably 1 or 2 more if I can find them. Same goes with iron. I can probably tap this one out. I need to convert it to steel, which we've done. And then have it all ready for next episode for us to plug together. And then see what explodes. But yes, I need to leave this here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you enjoyed. We're at 570,000 people, which means we're very, very close to that 1 million mark. The 1 million mark that we're trying to achieve. We can also see Cartoon has stopped growing because I'm out of reinforced concrete. Because I'm out of sulfur, right? Yeah, I'm out of sulfur. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to fix that. Maybe from this wonderful patch of tininess. All that patch. Okay, we'll fix that between episodes as well. Anyway, I'm going to call it here. As I said, thank you guys for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you in the very next video. All right, bye.